Elias Ward was the kind of guy who never colored outside the lines. As a systems analyst in the digital risk control division, his entire job was to manage data that, for all intents and purposes, shouldn't exist. He was meticulous, precise, and known for one thing above all else: never, ever exceeding his clearance level. But one late night, deep within the humming servers of the data center, that was all about to change. During a routine system sweep, something flickered on his screen, a directory he'd never seen before, hidden in the deepest archives. It was labeled Horizon_Backup, Level 9. Now, Elias knew the system like the back of his hand. There were 8 clearance levels. Level 9 didn't exist. It wasn't part of any department, any project, any protocol he knew. Curiosity, a feeling he usually suppressed, began to stir. With a hesitant click, he entered the directory. Inside, it was a digital graveyard. Corrupted video fragments that wouldn't play, unsigned incident reports with missing pages, and a single solitary file that seemed to hum with a strange energy. Do-NOT-OPEN. The name was a warning, a dare. For the first time in his career, Elias ignored protocol. He decrypted and opened it. It was the biggest and last mistake of his life. The file wasn't code or a system log, it was a list. A long, chilling list of names. Individuals who had, according to official records, simply disappeared over the years. Some were former employees, others were journalists, a few were government officials. But they all had one thing in common: a connection to a long-deleted initiative called Project Horizon. Elias scrolled down, his heart pounding against his ribs. The list was extensive, dating back decades. And then, at the very bottom, under the most recent entry, he saw it. His own name, Elias Ward, and next to it, a date, a disappearance date, scheduled for tomorrow. Before he could even process what he was seeing, his world collapsed. A red banner flashed across his screen. Unauthorized access detected. Less than a minute had passed. His session was terminated instantly. His workstation locked itself, the screen going black. Then came the soft worry sounds from the corners of the room. The security cameras, usually static, swiveled to face him, their small red lights blinking into live tracking mode. He glanced at the exit. The light above the door switched from green to a solid, unforgiving red, with the words, "No departure, authorized," glowing in the dark. A cold dread washed over him. Someone, or something, was already on its way. Panic gave way to adrenaline. We had to get out. Acting on pure instinct, Elias ripped the solid-state drive from its housing in his workstation. It contained the only copy of the file, the only proof. He initiated a rapid, multi-layer encryption protocol on the drive as he bolted from his desk. His only chance was the old cold storage sector, a labyrinth of decommissioned server racks and forgotten hardware. He ran, his footsteps echoing in the cavernous, silent hallways. But as he sprinted, a terrifying pattern emerged. Every door he ran through slammed shut and locked behind him. The security system wasn't just tracking him, it was hurting him. The building itself seemed alive, guiding him, cornering him, steering him deeper into the facility, straight into a dead end. Trapped in a small maintenance corridor, with no exits, and the sound of heavy footsteps approaching, he knew it was over. He pulled out his personal communicator, the network signal, already degrading, flickering down to its last bar. He had seconds. He had to warn someone, anyone. With trembling fingers, he typed out a single desperate message and broadcast it to an open channel. The message was short, cryptic, and his final testament. If you ever find the Horizon directory, don't open it. It's not because it's dangerous, because it will open you. Then, the signal died completely. He was plunged into darkness and silence, waiting for the inevitable. The next morning, the building's logs were reviewed. They stated clearly that Elias Ward had clocked in for his night shift. But according to the same logs, he never clocked out. He never exited the facility. Yet a full sweep of the building turned up nothing. Every camera feed from that night was mysteriously corrupted. Elias Ward was gone, vanished from inside a locked-down high-security building, as if he'd been erased from existence. 2 months later, a cleaning crew found the drive he had been carrying, tucked away in a ventilation shaft. It was sent to the forensics lab, but they found nothing. The drive was completely wiped. Not just deleted, but scrubbed with a level of technology that left no magnetic trace, no ghost data. It was a perfect blank. And then, the strange occurrences began. The Horizon_backup directory started appearing on random workstations throughout the division. It would surface for a few minutes, a phantom folder in the system, before vanishing without a trace. It was as if the program wasn't just a file anymore. It was hunting, looking for its next user, choosing the next person to open the door to Project Horizon. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed diving into the unknown, be sure to follow for more stories.